What was your favorite thing about how it went? What did you feel that you did really well?
The song.
Well, okay. Can you be more specific?
No, because that was my favorite part.
Do you think your volume was particularly good? Do you think you
Nah.
stayed on the click particularly well?
Nah.
Do you think you had some interesting fill ideas?
Mm,
Did you spin the stick at all anywhere in there?
I did.
Yeah.
I could have used these.
Mm-hmm.
Probably would have broken those.
So it was just all around okay?
He did have an amazing take and then lost it right at the end.
Classic. If I ever have a really amazing take, I'm gonna lose it right at the finish line.
Well, like the thing, Mom told me that she used to have to write paragraphs in PET, and you couldn't use
Essays.
whiteout. So you had to, if you got all the way there and you're at the end and you're supposed to write late and you write LGTE, then you have to do the entire thing over again.
Oh my goodness, that sounds terrible.
It sounds like ours, but we have erasers.
Okay. So in that case, there's not anything that we really need to go over about it. We're good. We feel good.
We're recording.
Dad feels
we're
good too. Okay.
Also have to work on their anniversary song. And I have to
Wait.
record that soon.
Did we not do that already?
We do it every year.
Has it been that long since the last time we did it?
Almost. 13 days.
Ah!
Where did this last year go?
I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like we were just working on this. Okay.
I'll let him roll through that on his own because he's got some ideas and he hasn't gone through it yet. So
Okay. Then
I told him to get back into his jazz brain.
So, tell you what. If you can promise me a good attitude for Jazz Brain, we can run over the anniversary song first. You want to go first? You want to save it for after?
After.
Actually, from here.
What was that pattern you were just playing, dude?
Did we just get to...
You were doing that. You were reviewing the 4-bar phrases.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, we had just lost the ensemble passages and we were going through them by minute. Okay, I remember now.
And I did not get to put it together.
Okay. Well, you put together
That.
this. Remember there was one time where you were like, well, I want to do this and these three, and then you just did the whole thing. The very last thing that you did. And then I thought it was good, so we stopped and we did move along because it was good. Okay? So, let's get into it. Alright? Focus up. We'll get a metronome going. Remember your letters. That's rumba. Da, instead of ba. We hit the and of one and not two. But other than that, it seemed like you were pushing through it. You know all your letters. You ready to give it a shot, or do you need to check a couple more things? Good to go.
I'll just do them one line at a time, and then get back to 2, and then I'll combine the 4.
Okay, sounds good. You want 120 or 130?
130.
Okay, run it again. Good. There you go. Good. Okay, run that whole line. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 1, 2. You're good. You're good.
Dude, you're rocking it.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
You're off to a good start. If you can keep up the momentum. What I really liked, you messed this up, you ran it again, and then it was good. Boom, boom, boom. Just 3 times real quick. When you were doing rock and bass drum, it was like that. It wasn't a meltdown every time there was a mistake, right? You can just run it a couple times, nab it, and then you're good to keep going. Yeah? All right. You got it.
Go faster.
No, I don't think that's a good idea.
I want to go faster.
Well-
it feels really slow right now.
I think that we should stay here. In my professional opinion, I think we should stay here until you're getting a little bit more comfortable. Then when you're kind of fully into it, we can speed it up a little bit.
I'm uncomfortable because it's too slow.
This is the same tempo you always take.
I know, but it feels like when I'm doing this, I don't.
Then slow it down to 120.
No, it feels like the brake's always too long. I want it to be faster.
Okay? I'll help you count, but I'm not going to push you up to 140 right now. I don't think you need it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay. Nice. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Nice. See? That was it. That was good.
I ended up going too fast.
Yeah, you rushed a little bit.
That's the tempo I'm normally used to.
It's not though, is what I'm trying to tell you. We have not taken it 140 in here at all. We have done 120 and we've done 130. All right, let's take a look at this. This is the same thing twice, right? So no big deal. You get a freebie line because it's exactly the same. Crash in there just for funsies, I guess.
No, that was crash on me.
Well, you played and a 4 and then you gave me a 2. Dooba dooba ba ba dooba dooba. So,
Sounded good.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. It's not what's written here, but that's not enough to make you run it again because you just added something extra. By the way, bonus points for catching this setup
I cannot read
because
that.
it's not actually written.
What is that?
That's set up.
I can't read that.
Well, that's Al's handwriting, so you can go take it up with Al. I didn't write that. I wrote that. That's mine. That's also mine.
That.
That's also mine. And that. That's not mine.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah. That's mine. That's not. Yeah. Okay. So you put together lines 1 and 2. You put together lines 3 and 4. I thought they sounded really good. So we can push through it. Yeah. Let's grab all 4 and then we'll move on. We'll do 1 at a time, finish it off.
Yeah.
Okay. Because all 4 of them sounded good, now I'm willing to go up to 140 if you want.
Alright.
You want it at 140 now? Okay. This is the fastest we've done it. Da, 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 ba, doo, ba, 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 da, 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 da. Yeah, good mix! was a good
It
fix.
felt good.
That was a good fix. So that was the right approach. Rather than just abandoning ship, you held on and you got back in right here. Good. Or I think it was over here and then you got back in here. But either way. Okay.
No, I got that. Yeah, I think it was right here.
So, good. That's why we try to practice it that way. Because if you had done that at a performance, I would have been jumping up and down in the audience. Oh, he saved it. Okay. Good. Let's take a look at the next line. So, put your letters together. So, careful with this, right? What is that? Yep. And then this should look really familiar, right? Even including that. So these two measures right here are exactly these two measures up here, right?
Oh, I can.
Patterns. So, because it's beat 1, good idea to rough into this. Bop, rough, bark, crash, bop. Easy peasy, right?
Bop, 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 bop. Do.
Boom, bop, boom, bop, boom, bop.
Half bark crap.
Oh, that looks familiar too, doesn't it?
Ay.
Yeah, look at that. So this
For that
this
to die.
line is also stuff you've already done. You've already done this. This is literally just quarter notes. That's just a 2-beat. And then that is the same as this. So you've got 3 measures that you've already done before, and the one new measure is literally just quarter notes. No big deal, right? What tempo? You want 140? It's your first read.
140.
Okay.
I feel good today.
Good. That's okay. Doing a good job. Okay. So, I want to make this even easier for you. Just play this like a 2-beat. So what you did was cool because you're trying to specifically read these snares, but let's do it the same way we did up here. A room ba, boom ba, rough bark, crash, right? So you can just treat this like a 2-beat. I know that that's what's written here is snare, bass, snare, 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 but that just feels like too much. Bop, 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 bop. Just play it like a 2-beat. Room, boom, bop, rough bark, bark. Crash, bop, bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, snare, rough bark, crash. Yeah? Make it even easier. There it is. So, that sounds good to me. Let's take a look at the next line. So, do you think this next line looks easy or looks hard?
Hard.
Why? I think you're correct. Yep, it's because you have all these long open spaces.
No, I was pointing to that.
Well,
That.
this is, I mean, if you take away the hold, it's just dooba-dooba,
Doobie ba.
right?
Doobie
But
ba
it
crash.
holds, yes, you're correct. But it holds for a long time, and that's what makes it confusing. So it's doo-ba-doo crash, because these notes are tied. So you're gonna hit
One,
that
two.
note and it's held. You're not gonna play doo-ba-doo-ba crash, right?
I can.
Well, that's not what's written. You want to play the and. 1 and 2 and. So when these are connected, you have to ditch the first do, right? Rough bark crash ba do ba. Because you don't yeah. Rough bark crash ba do crash. Because you don't have time to do a full do ba do ba because this is carried over from the end of 4. Does that make sense? Whenever you have a do ba do ba that's starting on the and instead, you have to skip the do and go to ba. Do ba do ba ba do ba ba do ba ba do ba. You remember that one?
I remember all I had to do was that.
Yeah, there were two of them that were like that. Do ba do ba ba do ba ba do ba ba do ba. Then there was another one that was do ba do ba do ba do ba do ba do
Oh,
ba
I like
do
that
ba
one.
do ba. Yep. So there were two different ones. Okay. So the reason this is going to be tricky, and I'm warning you up front, is because you're going to have to keep track, and this has to come in on beat 3. And it's going to be easy to get lost in there. So just because it looks easy, because it's only one giant long note, it's not that easy because you have to still count it. And it's easy when you're doing dooba-doobahs and stuff to get a little bit lost because you're counting upbeats instead of counting downbeats. Yeah? So,
Are we gonna end it on?
we can try to work it out
this?
here. Dooba-dooba, 4, 1, 2,
Wait.
ba.
I see this. It's the exact same. So if I play this, I just have to play the exact same thing twice.
Good, you saw the pattern. Yep.
So just twice. Now if I play that.
So
And
what's going to
then
help you is if you have
3,
a plan.
4, a do-ba-do crash, and then wait for the same amount of time, and 3, 4.
Mm-hmm. You're exactly right. So,
I have to get one.
what do you think should be the plan here? So you have a dooba-dooba.
1 and 2 and.
So when do you think you should come back in with time?
And 3.
That's a little too soon because you crashed on the end of 2. So go to the next beat.
4.
4. Dooba-dooba. 1, 2. Ba, ba, dooba-dooba. Right? Dooba-dooba. 4, 1, 2. Boom. Bop. Dooba-dooba. 4, 1, 2. Bop, bop.
And then, yeah.
Yeah? Make sense? So after your dooba-dooba, you're going to land on 4, 1, 2. Then you've got these. So I would just ding the ride for those. Maybe play the hi-hat. Dooba-dooba. Boom. Bop. Make sense?
Okay.
Yep.
Wait, if I'm coming in on 4.
So dooba-dooba. Dooba-dooba. 4, 1, 2. Bop, bop. Dooba-dooba. 4, 1, 2. Bop, bop. Dooba-dooba. Is the next line.
Yeah. Are we gonna do the
No,
next
no, no,
line?
you don't have to do the next line. I'm just prepping you for what that'll look like.
Are we gonna do it today, or are we just gonna
Well,
end on this?
We'll see how it's going. But I think we could I think when we get this line, we could practice putting these two together, and depending on how that goes, we could get this last one too. And then next week we'll work on putting the whole thing together. Yeah? I think once we get to a point where you can comfortably play this whole thing, we might do 1 or 2 more out of this book, but I usually, like with Wyatt, for example, once we got done with this one, because this is so big and so bulky, we were able to just jump into jazz charts after that. Because for the most part, as long as your letter reading is quick, you're good to go, right? We can jump into other charts. It's going to be a lot of Roombas, it's going to be a lot of Dooba-Doobas, a lot of Rough Bark. Every once in a while, they might throw you some kind of bone that you're not ready for, but then we'll talk about it, yeah. But for the most part, this will get you through. Okay? So, can we try this one? You want 140 still?
Let me listen to it. Dooba-dooba. No, 130. Seems a little fast. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do.
Yep. Good. I like your strategy there. I think that's a good idea. You kind of sang it to yourself. That way you know you're right. You did the preparation, so you nailed it first try. Yeah? Good. That's awesome. You want to do it one more time? Just make sure you got it locked in. So now.
Let's get these 2 lines.
Mhm.
I'm good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where it's going to be tricky, right? Good thing you tried that, because that's going to be tricky. Boom, bop, boom, bop, boom, bop. Rough bark, crash, ba-doo, bop. Rough bark, crash, ba-doo, bop. Can you try that? Rough bark, crash, ba-doo, bop. Yeah! Yep, that's where it's gonna get crazy. Bop, bop, rough bark, crash, ba-doo, crash. Bop, doo, doo, bop, bop, doo, ba-doo, ba. Ch, ch, bop, bop. Do you want to practice just that a couple times to get that locked in, or do you want to try? A rough bark, crash, ba-doo, crash. Okay, rough bark, crash, ba-doo, crash. We've gotten done today, right? Look at this. We got a ton done today. Because when you just get back up, you dust yourself off and run it again, we save a bunch of time. Look at we still have like more than 15 minutes left. We're killing it, dude. Killing
18
it.
minutes left.
Yeah, good. I think we can get one more line. Yeah, you're on fire today, dude.
So
work it out.
put the line into all that,
Well.
or just learn the line.
Well, if you think you want to try, but I think we should learn the line first and then maybe put it together with these two and then put all three together.
Well, if I got
Depends on how easy you're getting it down.
3, 4.
Mm-hmm.
1 and 2 and.
Okay, so what are our letters here?
That doobadoo-bop.
Uh-huh. But it's tied, which means it's going to carry over, so that's going to be a no. What beat is that?
4.
Yeah, it's 4. It's an awful lot like what we were doing here. Dooba 4. The only difference is you'll put a snare drum instead of just the hi-hat. Yeah?
Okay. And
So then you got snare.
kick snare.
Uh-huh.
Rough bark, bark, a Roomba.
Ooh, so this is going to be one of the tricky ones. So, you don't have enough time for a Roomba. It comes up too fast. So, listen for a sec. In the same way, hold on. So in the same way that when we have 2 dooba-doobas in a row, we have to go dooba-dooba, ba-dooba, because we don't have time to start the new one. You don't have time to start the Roomba. Rough bark, bark. That's just another. Yeah, just another one. So it's a little bit longer, so I would crash that. Rough bark, bark, crash, ba, ba. Yeah. Rough bark, bark, crash, ba, ba, crash, dooba, doo, crash.
So it's 3, 4.
Yeah, this right here, that's a half note, so you're just going to crash it on beat 1. And then I'd probably pedal the hat on 2. And you can get a ride. Yeah, that sounded great. Yeah, you rolled into this. Crash, hat, a dooba, dooba. That's nice.
Alright. Okay.
So, be aware of that one. Notice all the marks over here. You see a bunch of marks on it, guess who was messing it up?
You and Al.
Well, I don't know about Al when Al was learning. I don't know what parts were hard for him, but this is my book, so Al wrote it in because I wasn't getting it. Hey, good save. Good save. Good save. You came in right on the end of 4, which was the end of the phrase. Awesome.
Yay!
Here we go, dude. The only thing, this has to be on the and. But other than that, everything else was right. You still came back in correctly. You still correct. Rough bark, bark, crash. It's all upbeats. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's it. Rough bark, bark, crash, bop, bop, crash, dooba, dooba. I didn't start where I was supposed to on the metronome, but it was still in time. Yeah? That was it. That was it. Do that one. Let's get 2 more good runs because this is one of the harder lines.
What?
Good. One more. Nice. That was even 2 in a row, dude. That was great. Oh yeah, actually. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we took a break to talk about it, but you didn't make any mistakes. So that was 3 in a row. Good. All right.
Changing out for my rock sticks.
Do you want to do 2 together or all 3 together? I'll let you pick. We can do 2 then 3, or you can just go for the full 3.
I kind of wanted to finish it off with that, and I'll work on putting these 3 together.
At
and
home?
then, yeah, at home or next lesson. Then when I get these 3 together, it's still fresh, so I can just go through the entire thing.
Okay.
I think you should try it now, and then you can go to the rock song.
I know, but look, if I go through it there and I get these 2 and then all 3, then it's still, and I've still got it down instead of waiting a week and potentially it going away a little bit. So then I'm still got it. Then all I gotta do is get these.
So I think I like what you're saying, but what you're making it sound like is if we do it in here, then you're not going to practice it at home. I'm thinking we could run it once in here, and then you can practice it at home as well, and then it'll be locked in, and then we're done. Yeah? We put in just a tiny bit more effort on it now. We've still got 10 minutes, dude. You might knock this out in a minute or 2, and then you're just, boom, you're good. And then you can practice it at home. We can put the whole thing together next week, and then we can start actually playing charts that you can play along to musically, which is going to be way more fun than just blind metronome reading. Yeah?
Oh,
So let's give it a shot.
all right, sure.
Yeah. And then you can run it at home to make sure it's nice and clean. We'll put the whole thing together next week.
Practicing now.
Okay.
No.
Well, so I liked the way that you held on. That's what I was going to say. So even if it didn't go the way that you wanted it to go on your first try, right? It's okay if you didn't get it on your first try. I don't always get things on my first try. Yeah? You got it. You can do it. Just take a breath. You're okay. There's nothing to beat yourself up about. Yeah? You've been having such a good day. So, here's the deal.
So close.
You played everything on here correct except for that didn't go totally well, but we just missed the ba-do-ba. And that put you one beat behind the rest of it. So that's what you were feeling, right? Because you kept looking at the metronome and it was like it wasn't, your beat one wasn't on beat one here. It's just this. So if you clean this up, everything's going to come together because it's all there. All the pieces are good. This connecting piece is all that's broken. A rough bark crash, but do crash. A rough bark crash, but do crash. Yep. The cleaner and more together that is, it's all going to come together because the rest of it is correct. Just that connecting piece. It's okay. Take a second, breathe.
Oh, dude, you're rocking this, dude.
That time, look at, you nailed the connecting piece. Boom, that whole line fell into place because you just needed to hit that connecting piece. You have like these chunks that are all really good. What's the hardest part of learning anything new? I've said this before. A T word rhymes with transitions.
Transition.
Yeah, transitions are always the hard part. You nailed, boom, nailed it. Boom, nailed it. Boom, nailed it. Where are we having problems? From here to here and here to here. The transitions, right? That's the hardest part. But once you have the transitions, you're good to go. You have this piece, you have this piece, you have this piece. It's just connecting them that's hard. Yeah? Which means you're like 95% of the way there.
Lightning.
We're already at an A. Yeah? We're just going for that 100%. It's already there. You got nothing to beat up about. You're doing a good job. Do you think you can push just a little bit more and get through, or no? Are we done?
I'll do it.
Okay. I think you can. Dad and I have been thrilled with how much progress we made today.
This has been
This
a
has
great
been
lesson,
This has
dude.
been a super good lesson. I think you can finish strong. I think you can do it. Yeah? So, if you need to, you can run that, and you can run this. Because these are the two hardest parts, right? Connecting that, and getting this. Other than that, every single other thing in here, you're nailing it. Just those connecting pieces. A rough bark, but do crash. Rough bark, crash, but do crash. Yep. Are you good here? Do you need to run this?
I got it.
Okay. Nice. See, you could have told me that you were too upset and you were gonna pack it up and take it home, but you sucked it up. You did one more, and look what happened. Boom. You got it, dude. Yeah. Every time you do that, every time you tough it out, look at what happens. Good things happen. Yeah? Good. Good job for toughing it out. All right. You got 5 minutes. We had a rock star lesson today, so you get to jam whatever you want for the last 5 minutes. What do you want? You want Skillet? You want probably not Rejects because you've just been doing a billion of those, right?
Actually,
Do you want to work on the anniversary song? What do you want to do?
let's do rejects.
Oh,
I just want to do that one more time.
Okay. I think you earned it. This one's you, right?
That's me. One for Dad, one for me.
Oh, his are already on.
I try to save my ears early, Neil.
Probably a good call.
Trust me, I had trouble on the recording.
That's just how it goes. Because in a recording, you got to be perfect.
You really didn't.
It's a different animal than being live. Live, you got to be fun to watch. In a recording, you have to be perfect.
Well, it only took you 5 takes total. So did you really struggle in the studio if it only takes you 5
It
takes
was
total?
this.
Ready?
It was that.
Here we go.
Totally different song.
I know that song.
That was a Spotify recommendation right there, I guess.
Oh, that's a good song. That's still a good song.
Nice job, Bubba.
Yep.
That